Congratulations to you.
No, I don't have to. He's in. So I was only doing the one if I got voted in. So thank God. Yeah, no, I don't know. I came up with that. It was going to be ugly. So, is that yourself? Yeah, I was probably going to throw it back out trying to do it.
Okay, let's roll right into our post race for tonight's 29th annual Sprint Showdown. And we have a couple of drivers that will be racing now in tomorrow night's NASCAR Sprint All Star race. Our race runner-up, and he led some laps out there tonight, was A.J. Allmendinger. He drives the number 47 Freightliner Miller Welders Chevrolet. He came in second. Congratulations, A.J. And our Sprint Fan Vote winner for 2014 is Josh Wise. He drives the number 98 Dogecoin Reddit.com Chevrolet. Congratulations, Josh. To you, let's hear from our race runner-up first, A.J. A.J., just talk about what your strategy was. Certainly, you were racing aggressive out there tonight, but just talk about the strategy and some of the things and you're feeling now that you get to come back out here tomorrow evening.
Yeah, I mean, it was it was set off by a good practice this morning and a really good qualifying effort to start up front and lead some laps. You know, I was debating the last 5 laps before the caution came out and whether we should pit or not. You know, I wasn't just being up front is so important here. But my car started getting really loose kind of late in the run. So at that point, I figured we had to at least come in and do 2 tires. And, you know, I was hoping to do 2 and get a good pit stop and maybe restart up front again and know that if I restarted up front, it was going to be hard to I knew Clint was fast, but I knew we were pulling away from everybody else. So for anybody else to come get us, even if they had 4. But, you know, overall, just really, really proud of this race team. Our mile-and-a-half program so far this year, we've really struggled. Last week was our biggest struggle. And my crew chief, Brian Burns, my engineer, Tony Palmer, everybody back at the shop for all the hard work to come up with some new ideas to at least come here and try it. So I'm really, really happy that the car's better. We're not really where we want to be yet. We don't have quite enough speed in it, but we're definitely making progress. So, you know, more importantly, to get Tad Geschichter and Jody Geschichter and Brad Doherty into the All-Star race to race our way in, for all the sacrifice that they make for this team and make us feel like a family throughout our shop. Just real gratifying to be able to do that for them. So, you know, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Just keep taking it step by step to try to make it better. And if we got a shot to win the $1 million, we're gonna go for it.
Well, congratulations. It's great to have you in there tomorrow night. Josh Wise.
You sound really excited about it, by the way.
I am.
It's been a long day for you. What?
No, but I saw what you said on Twitter that you were going to maybe do something crazy up.
Well, I was going to do the worm if I got voted in, but thank goodness for all of our sakes that Josh got voted in. So I was gonna. Yeah, can you do the worm? I was gonna probably throw my back out trying to do it. So just save me.
Well, congratulations, AJ.
Thanks.
Congratulations. And Josh Wise, what a month or so it's been for you and your race team, and got this dynamic community of new fans behind you. Just talk about what it's like now to be racing in tomorrow night's Sprint All-Star race.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around it, I guess. You know, this is huge for me and our team. So really this started with a 16-year-old kid posting something on Reddit.com about, you know, some good runs that we had, and for whatever reason, this huge, awesome community just got behind us, and you know, everyone knows about them raising money to sponsor us at Talladega, and then it was on to the fan vote, and so I'm just super thankful to be a part of it. Really, you know, it's been a pretty cool experience.
And now our race winner has joined us. Clint, congratulations. You ran a heck of a race out there tonight and driving that number 15 Charter Toyota. You made some comments out there that y'all made some changes to your approach and how you did some things on a mile and a half, and it certainly paid off here tonight for you. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. You know, first of all, I didn't even know what Reddit was, and Christine made me do an interview, and I was like, what is this Reddit deal? I do Twitter interviews all the time, and sometimes later than others, and you know, I think it speaks volumes. That fan vote is a cool thing, and for you, your community, to beat Danica out is saying something. So good job. For us, our car, it's just been a crummy year. It's been one of those years. It's been so confusing. We've been really fast in practice, and for whatever reason, not able to back it up in the race. Last weekend, it was just crazy frustrating again for us, and was at the shop a lot this week, had a lot of meetings, and just kind of different thought process to change our approach for the race weekend. And finally one race, we had a good strong practice session, and then the car backed up what we felt in practice, and it was good, kept turning all race long. And
do you ever wonder why what made you stand out to this community and had them embrace you like this?
I do, and I really don't necessarily have an answer. It's just one of those things, But something I wanted to kind of say too is like this is kind of a big deal for our sport. I felt like because it's a lot of like young kids and people from around the world, and I've had the chance to interact with a lot of them, and there's a lot of people who had never watched a NASCAR race who have now watched several, so it's a pretty cool deal.
Let's go to David Caravello and then to Jeff Gluck.
For Clint, as a guy who's won 8 times in this series and was a runner-up a couple of years ago, to not make an all-star race and not be considered an all-star in your sport, how big of a blow would that have been to you?
Well, it sucked. I wasn't very thrilled about being in this race, but nonetheless, like I said, that's what we deserved. We haven't run well, haven't ran where we're capable of running, and it's been frustrating. But like I said, it's a humbling sport. It always has been, and I'm a big boy. If this is where we are, we got to go out there and race hard and qualify into that race and become an all-star. I guess we and I think we qualify now, right? So it's like we don't have to start the back or anything.
Oh, you go through qualifying tomorrow night.
We got it. They're totally screwed.
Let's go to Jeff Gluck. Then we go to Bob Pockris, and then we'll go to the press box. Go ahead.
Jeff Gluck from USA Today. This is for Josh also. Obviously, you knew that the community was voting and voting and voting. Did you kind of have in the back of your mind that this was going to be realistic? Did you think it was going to actually happen?
I guess, yeah. No, I saw the potential there. There's 110 million people that regularly use Reddit, and there was a large portion of them that knew about this and were a part of it, I felt like, so it was just one of those things like you didn't know if people were just telling you they're voting for you or how many times they're voting or whatever, so I thought it was definitely a possibility.
Let's go to Bob Pockris, and then we'll go to the press box. Go ahead, Bob.
Bob Pockris, Morning News, also for Josh. So the whole Twitter world's blown up, and half of them are happy, and half of them say, well, you guys somehow gamed the system. Do you care about what people say about how you got in?
I don't necessarily care what people say about it, but it's people vote, and the person with the most votes wins. So however you play the game, I guess that's yeah.
We'll go to the
All
press
I
box.
have to say about that.
Yeah. Go to the press box. Go ahead, please.
LeeSpencerMotorsport.com, also for Josh. Can you talk a little bit about, I think Tony Stewart was kind of the guy that lobbied for you when you first got here, and just what a roller coaster ride it's been for you, and then to now have the kind of popularity you could really only dream about. I know you guys race, for the competition and everything else, but to win the fan vote for this deal, when there have been times when you haven't even known whether or not you were still going to be in a NASCAR race, still driving a NASCAR car, what does this moment feel like?
If you asked me 2 months ago, there's just no way I would have thought this was possible, and you kind of outline a little bit of my path, and it was pretty awesome and exciting through my open wheel days driving for Tony and AJ Foyt and seeing success, and it's been really, really hard since I've been out here, so and one of the challenges that I've faced is just gaining momentum through sponsorship and being in really good opportunities to be able to showcase what I think I can do. And so this is a big deal because obviously we have a lot of people behind us. So hopefully it helps us to build a better program here as we go forward.
Dustin, finish up with Dustin, and actually we'll go to Dustin and my man right here.
Dustin Long, MRN.com. Josh, by making the All-Star race, that's an additional $70,000 or so that your team would not have gotten, and I know that pales in comparison to the money that Clint and AJ, those teams can have to some degree, but what does $70,000 or more?
Whoa. We're looking for sponsors, too, every day. Let's back it down a little bit,
What does $70,000 or potentially more $1,000 mean for an organization like you guys?
Yeah, I mean, it just helps us, I mean, we're able to buy those extra sticker tires on the weekends that we feel like we have a car that's going to be more competitive. And I'm stoked for just Phil Parsons Racing in general about this too. Just Phil really took a leap of faith and just saying like we're racing this year. We're going to do whatever it takes to race, and that's what we've been doing. And we've been able to really have some really good speed at some tracks. Some tough tracks, Bristol, Darlington. We've had strong run at Fontana till we blew a tire, and so obviously all that little bit of funding helps. But I think probably that's what's more valuable than that is the exposure that's coming from it.
Final question right there. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, Josh, have you talked to Phil yet? I know he's up in the booth. And second thing, do you plan on reaching out to Dennis, and what are you going to say to him?
Yeah, I've actually spoken with Dennis because Dennis, when Dennis started this, it was to really fund the car for Talladega, and really the community kind of schemed that whole thing together, and they basically called us and were like, hey, we're raising money, we want to sponsor you, and this is what we want to put on the car, and so it's just this big whirlwind. So when that happened, I reached out to Dennis. I tracked him down, and I actually text message with him all the time now, and he's a cool little kid, so he's gonna come to the Chicago race, and I know he's probably pretty pumped about this.
Well, listen, congratulations to all three. You're going to make it a better race tomorrow night, and good luck tomorrow night.